We may wonder what the function of critical thinking. So the critical
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from third group. My name is Nadira Ayuninga.
Najibah Malika,
Nariska Nindya Putri,
Pratiwi Kalinina.
Ada Ruswari Hidayatullah.
We are here to present you about critical thinking based on the book Critical Thinking Skill, Developing Effective Analysis and Argument by Stella Cortell.
We are from Syarif Hidayatullah at Islamic University Jakarta, Faculty of Adab and Humanities, majoring in English Department.
happy watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe!
Our most everyday activities require us to make use some of the basic skills involved in critical thinking. For instance, working out whether we believe what we see or hear. However, just because we can think critically, this doesn't mean we always do or that we do it well. Critical thinking involves identifying correctly when we need to gain more information, selecting effectively the right type and level of information for the purpose. Whether for work or for study, you may be expected to apply critical thinking to what you see, hear, and do, the material you read, how you interpret new situations or events, what you write, say, or present to other people.
First, what is critical thinking? According to the book, critical thinking is a complex process of deliberation, which involves a wide range of skills and attitudes. It includes, first, identifying other people's positions, arguments, and conclusions. Second, evaluating the evidence for alternative point of view. Third, weighing up opposing arguments and evidence fairly. Fourth, being able to read between the lines, saying behind surface, and identifying false or unfair assumptions. Fifth, recognizing techniques used to make certain positions more appealing than others, such as false logic and persuasive device. Sixth, reflecting on issues in a structured way, bringing logic and insight to bear. Seventh, drawing conclusions and whether arguments are valid and justifiable, based on good evidence and sensible assumptions. The last, presenting point of view in a structured, clear, well-reasoned way that convinces others.
How to develop critical thinking? Some people will argue that to think critically is pretty hard to do, especially if we have to do it for something that related to abstract problem solving and academic study. To overcome that, there are some ways to do. First, focusing attention on the topic discussed to recognize the significance of fine details. Second, using attention to fine details in order to recognize patterns such as similarities and difference, absence and presence, order and sequence. Third, using recognition patterns in order to compare and contrast items and to predict possible outcomes. Fourth, sorting and labeling items into groups so that they form categories. Fifth, using an understanding of categories to identify the characteristic of new phenomena and to make judgment about them. So, the point to develop the critical thinking skill is focus on the topic discussed, identify and understanding them, then build an argument about them.
We may wonder what the function of critical thinking. So the critical thinking has function. Those are to improve attention and observation, to help us to be more focused in reading, improve the ability to identify the key points in a text or other message rather than becoming distracted by less important materials, improve the ability to respond to the appropriate points in a message, give us knowledge of how to get our own point across more easily, improve our skill of analysis that we can choose to apply in a variety of situations, bring us the precision to the way we think and work. We can dig deeper below the surface of the subject we are studying and engage in critical dialogue with its main theories and arguments.
In conclusion, critical thinking is a process to identify, evaluate, recognize, and present an idea or an issue. The purpose for this process is to gain information, to apply it for work or for study. In order to develop the critical thinking, we have to focus on the topic. When we focus on the topic, we can continue to identify and recognize the pattern from the topic discussed. After that, we can distinguish the pattern into a group and start making a judgment. If we already success in developing the critical thinking, we gain the function of the critical thinking such as a skill to improve observation, skill to improve our ability to identify and respond to points discussed, skill of analysis, the knowledge, and become more focused.
That's all from us.
Thank you for watching.
And the last we say,
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.